What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and so from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose, 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 expose. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose, 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 expose. It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vaginas. Hey guys, this is Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and so from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose, 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 expose. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose. 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 It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 vagina. More on that at 11.
Vagina.
Hey guys, this is Scarce here. Lots of news today, lots of exposure, and double uploads. Exposed, 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 exposed.
Not getting the Wii U video. What crack are you on? I have my editor uploaded the rough draft. I have to watch it tonight. It's essentially, well, it's not done, but
You're exposed. You're exposed. You
it's close to it. He sent me the rough draft. It's private on YouTube. I got to take notes. Once he puts the fixes in, it's done. It's ready to go. You got to understand. I mean, look, this is why I'm going to shut my mouth next time until it's basically ready to go. These projects. Hello, good evening, by the way. Also, we're at 310 members. Goddamn. Thank you very much for that. Pop-a-doodle-doo. Thank you, Space Dandy. So if you're wondering what I was doing before this, I usually 95% of the time, once in a while, if there's no other cup, I have a tumbler. The reason it's called a tumbler for like my coffee, because if it fucking tumbles, it's not tragic. Some may spill out, but it's not the end of the world. I was like, all right, so I had to get some stuff ready for taxes. That's gonna, oh man, I can't wait. And I rushed upstairs with a cup of coffee. Like I said, once in a while I have a lidless cup of coffee. I spilt it in a way you could, I couldn't spill it like that. Like if I threw the coffee across the rug, I still couldn't have caused as much disaster as that caused. So that I was going to start streaming at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I had to, I have a fan on the floor right now. I had to like spray everything. I'm pretty sure my printer is fucked. The computer didn't, the computer only got some on the side panel. Nothing got inside. I'm not worried about that. Listening to Rich while delivering Domino's pizza means I made the best life choices. There, you made, yes, you did. So that set me back just a couple hours. That's all, just a couple hours. I'm not enraged at all in the slightest, besides the fact that I am. Where'd you get your Series X, Matthew? I see you up there. But no, well, I wanted to update on the Wii U video. Like I said, I have the rough draft. It's obviously private. It's not ready to go. There's a whole, you know, it's a proof watch that I have to do. It's about 50 minutes, the video, which I'm doing an overview of every single launch game, so I don't really, you know, it's going to be long. I think people expected that, though. No, whatever happened, it was like the lip of the styrofoam cup hit at the perfect angle, so not only did it spilt, it tilted as it spilled, so it flung the coffee as it was the cup did a great job at throwing the coffee as far as it fucking could. So that took 8 gallons of Windex, 20,000 paper towels. I had to move the printer, move the computer. I'll never bring it unless there is a lid on my coffee or my drink. You know, obviously seltzer is an exception. I ain't bringing it in here. What do you mean an old vid of mine? What old vid is he trying to put up of mine? Hey, Rich, I bought an RGB keyboard that looks like a typewriter. Also, please watch the Sex Offender Shuffle. There's a man named Sam Pound on it. Okay. What is Dank Swank? I'm not even sure. I lost 12 pounds combined last week. Oh, shit. How'd you lose 12 pounds? In a week. That's a lot of weight to lose in a week, man. Nah, dude, it's coffee. I had creamer in it. So it has a little bit of sugar in it. So I had to spray everything. Fuck, it was such a fucking shit show. So that is what I was doing beforehand. I have to watch What video is? I'm sure I know. Was at the live stream. I'm sure he did. And now instead of which I've already addressed that stuff and apologized for it. Not even stuff. It's a time that I said that. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's a piece of shit. He's like, here's the thing. Here's the difference, though. I never wish death on anybody, first and foremost. And I held myself accountable for that immediately after it happened. Let me take a gander. I knew he was going to fucking do that. I was thinking, I'm like, I know I'm going to find out he's a Dank Swank GT7 video. What is that? What did he do a video on? Just did a 45-minute walk today. It was pretty good. So yeah, man, people like him are incredible, dude. I still feel like my hands are sticky from cleaning shit. I may have to go and wash my hands again. Let me see. Oh, I know.
Today we're
Mischief. Where is he reacting? I don't see shit. Finally got it. The Samsung. Dude, he uploads crazy amounts of videos. Well, that's a short. That doesn't count. Yeah, that's what. Let me see. Ah, here we go. Yep, this is from 2016. Yeah, that's all you got on me, dude? Something that I already apologized for? That's all you got? Something that happened in 2016 that I actually held myself accountable for? Instead of owning up to what you did, like I did, and it ain't even on the same level, sorry to break it to you, you're still just deflecting. It's whataboutisms. So what he's actually saying here, too, on top of it, is, well, I said this, but here, look what he said. Oh, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. You're ban evading. You have harassed people. They said they had to call. Like, you got a call from the fucking feds for bothering somebody. You have said countless horrible things over and over and over again on multiple platforms. You've been banned from YouTube for hate speech. But instead of, because it's you, that's what you really are. You don't want to apologize for it. You don't want to apologize at all. You just want to be like, well, you just want to deflect because it's who you really are. So fuck you, dude. Got the notification will watch your old vids on Twitch, females shaming their simps into subbing. Oh man, that's an old video. Here's $5 gifts. I don't even know where the hell Steve is. Oh, here's Steve. God, man. Quantum. Dude, all you have to do is come on my channel. And you could explain it all. Just explain it.
No, not for stream.
This guy, man. I want to see. It won't show me the comments. Let's see. Let me guess. This isn't you anymore. Give me a break. Stop harassing people. Wow. Yo, he is a petty motherfucker. Let's see. That was in. Let me just show him something here real quick. Let's have some fun. Let me take a look at my channel. It just irritates me because I knew he was going to do that. Let me see. Here's the difference. Why is it going to... No, I want to look in my fucking channel. Sir... Ice... Here we go. Come on. Yep, I said something regrettable. Here's the difference, Quantum TV. Skip it up and that up. October 1st, 2016, the same day I said it. Alex Mercer, thank you. Hey, man, love your content. Rich fan, can I get an applause for getting a job offer for double the salary? Yes, you can. Yes, DBZ King, a turd. Well, dude, their content is terrible. So, let me show Quantum TV the difference. And here's the thing. No one ever had to call the police on me either. Here's the thing. I haven't used that word since. And I didn't use it before. So, let's take a game. Hey, we could start off with this. Here is how you handle when you make a mistake. I'll show you. It will be a small and depressing bird. Thank you very much, A. Dot. So this is what happens. This is how you handle a...
This is a video that...
Yeah. I'm sure he saw this too, but he won't bring this up.
I feel that I have to make. I hate when other people on...
And here's the weird thing too. Here's the other breaking news. When you hold yourself accountable, at least sane people appreciate it more.
YouTube don't take responsibility for things that they've done until...
I do sound fatter, you can hear it.
Their feet are to the flames and they have no choice to. If you see all the drama that happens on YouTube, you realize that this happens all the time. I'm sure there's going to be a video made of what happened, but
there's been about 6,000 videos made, and people still to this day use it. So, yo, he dug, man. That's what he... So this is what he... So basically what he's trying to do is like, oh, yeah? Well, here's this about you.
I rather it come from my mouth than wait until I have no choice but to talk about it.
And this is also, too, why you don't feed the trolls, because that was what a troll was getting under my skin. And I fucking... And that's how they get you. Donating to a message to Quantum. Did we all see through your abusive personality? You need serious therapy. I know for a fact you hurt people in your life emotionally, maybe. Well, I don't want to speculate on that. I don't know. Obviously, the guy has fucking screws loose.
And I rather, take responsibility for my actions instead of being forced to take responsibility for my actions. So what happened? Well, I was on Periscope, and I was live streaming my setup.
This is why you also don't feed the trolls either. You don't feed the trolls because they want you to say and do regrettable things so they could then turn around and weaponize it against you. This is a perfect... What did this happen? Fucking almost 7 years ago? But it's still there.
And showing what I was going to be doing for streaming on Twitch, yada, yada, yada. And one of my trolls came on there. It is what it is. I should have him blocked, but...
Yeah, I have no idea why I didn't block him.
He actually can be entertaining at times, so I don't, which is...
No, you should have just...
Stupid. I'll admit that is something wrong I should do. I should just block him and ignore him. But there's sometimes that I actually can get along with him.
It's strange, but it's not an excuse. I should have blocked him. Yeah, that's called gaslighting. So essentially, he tries to make it like they're buddy-buddy, but he could get you to... Well, he starts writing stuff in the comments of Periscope saying, oh, you did something or you manipulated. Yeah, he was going to say he was going to make people come to my house and stuff like that. Point being is that I snapped and said something I shouldn't. But then the video is there. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. It's there. If you want to watch it, it's still up. Point being is I apologized for it immediately after it happened. And what else are you going to find of me? What else have I ever said that is hateful? You know? But man, that guy is a piece of work, huh? I used a homophobic slur. This was on Periscope back in 2016, and I snapped and said it. And I held myself immediately responsible right after I said it. Here's a guy who he doesn't want to show humility. He thinks that's a gotcha moment. It's just sad. So, dude, die on that hill. You're ban evading, and here's the thing: what you did was on YouTube. Your channel is a ticking time bomb because you're straight up ban evading. It's been verified. You got banned for hate speech before. Ricky Burrow, the money I'd pay for you to have, I want you to tell him tell us all to fuck Pokemon. Oh yeah, when he whipped out his ass and farted on him. Dude, then let people cancel me for it. Then I don't care. I've already held my responsibility for it. It happened. I want to see anyone who wants to cancel me for it. How flawless their track record is. What are some of the things that they've said that they've regretted before in the past? So you want to here's the thing. You want to cancel for me something for which I held myself responsible for, but you're just looking for a pitchfork? Fuck you. Period. I'm not going to carry a cross. You should look up the shuffle. Yeah. If I didn't apologize and just try to beat around the bush with it, that's different. That's different. It doesn't matter how long ago you hold yourself accountable for things that mistakes or not. But if you think I'm going to constantly sit here and go over and over and over again and fade off into the sunset for something that I did, now we're pushing 6 to 7 years. No, it's almost 7 years that I already apologized for. Hell no, that's not how life works. And anyone who, that's all he found. He had to go to, and that guy, and the funniest thing is, the video he posted about that guy is like a fucking white, I know him. He's a psychopath. He's like a white fucking nationalist from Ireland or some shit. He's fucking bad. He hates me. Like, really? You're going to go to, oh my God, he said something bad. Go watch that guy's videos. Go look at his political ideologies. I haven't gone to his channel in like 5+ years. He tried to, I hate even talking about him, but since we're going down this fucking rabbit hole anyway, he thought I was like holding my editor to a different standard. Because my editor in Canada, it took a while for him to sign up to get vaccinated. He's pro-vax, my editor, the whole nine. He's like, oh, it's your editor, so you don't care that he's not vaccinated. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's literally going to get And then it was funny because at first, like, there were people like him talking shit, like, oh, I bet his editor, because my editor, he talked about it publicly. He was having like health issues or heart issues, and everyone's like, he got the vaccine. That's why. I'm like, no, he didn't get the vaccine yet. He has it scheduled. You didn't get the vaccine. You're a hypocrite then. It's like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you in both directions, man. Seriously. So he tried to get me with a gotcha moment with that either way. This same guy who's a fucking psychopath. And this is who Quantum TV is going to. But at least, hey, man, had to dig back 7 years, 6 to 7 years. Let me not exaggerate. Good luck out there. Hope the ban evasion works out for you, Chief, you fucking piece of shit. You are a fucking fraudulent, fake, fucking garbage fucking calibrator. And you're a hateful fucking bigot. That's who you are. And you got caught doing it over and over and over again. And and it's you. That's who you really are, Quantum TV. You have such an inferiority complex. It's so sad. And I'm so glad that I got to fucking rip you verbally a new one. I'm so glad that other people that you harassed and bothered because they're just good at doing their job and are who you wish you could be, you insecure fucking clown. So don't fuck with me, man. Stay the fuck away from me. You got caught. Own up to it. That's what I did. Own up to when you made. Now, granted, what I've said is nowhere and even in the same realm of what you've done. It's kind of life damning what you've done. But own up to it. But you can't. You can't be wrong about anything, whether it's your calibration, whether it's the horrible things you said, wishing death in an entire community of people. You rather die on the fucking hill, like I've said countless times, instead of just saying, I'm sorry. That doesn't make you strong. That doesn't make you an out. I'm so tired of these fake, soft, weak fucking coward men that these other fucking insecure men look up to thinking they're alpha males. Because what? Because you don't apologize about anything? No, that just makes you an insecure asshole. Why? And on top of it too, you want to know what makes you a real man? You don't have to look up to anybody else. You don't have to have some leader, some Pied Piper. And if you really think someone's strong for never apologizing about anything, that's cowardice. That's the exact opposite of strong. Strong people to me are people who could see when they make a mistake and own the fuck up to it. Not people who deflect, look for whataboutisms, and rather, now you caught me out, you called me out, now I'm going to try to destroy you. That's an insecure child, and that's who you are, Quantum TV. You're a fucking child. Bother a magician and his girlfriend to the point they had to call up authorities on you, and as the day they call authorities, the phone calls stop. Is that another coincidence, you piece of shit? Stay in your fucking lane and be a fake fraud calibrator and get the fuck out of my mouth. Get your name out of my fucking mouth. You want to critique me on shit? Critique me on shit. Don't look for fake shit to cancel me with that I actually held myself accountable for. You ain't going to find another fucking thing. Why? Because I'm not a piece of shit like you. Piece of shit. Now look, man, if it was, look, I've criticized him. I think justifiably so. If it was something I did that I didn't own up to, or if it was something I did, he wants to talk about a take on a video, that's fine. If I could put people to task, people could put me to task. But you're going to go find something on a vile piece of shit's channel? Some fucking white nationalist? I'm not even kidding. Which I find funny. Oh my God. him out of all people worrying about a which I don't use that word. It is a bad word, a homophobic slur. But Jesus, man, he's like there was a video someone. Okay, actually, this is not true. Then I have to take it back. Someone sent me a video on him where he took like this same weirdo took like a fucking DNA test to make sure he was purebred white. Like, okay. Yeah, it's a word that it's a horrible word that I regret using. You know? Yeah, Rox, he literally like was harassing people. He literally said he wished they were Pulse nightclub, which I didn't even realize at first. It was when I made the video. I mean, I got what he meant when someone replied to him and said, dude, I don't agree with them being at a church, but you wishing death on them is just a little over the line. This is what someone replied to him on Twitter with, and he's like, nope. He like doubled down. Please. Dude, I had to clean so much shit down there. You know, the difference between me and him is I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. Someone said something about a new Audi they got here. I missed that. Oh, dude, he's a whole nother deal. Oh, shit. I have a whole bunch of people here that I missed. Ricky Berwick, I answered that. We should look up the shuffle and don't keep Steve in the corner. Steve is on the table. Quantum Digger deep enough to watch your COD Advanced War video. What was in my COD Advanced War video? Oh, the one with the cucumber. Oh, yeah. Rich, I'm LGBT. It's all good. Oh, yeah, Nabil. It's 7 years ago. Who cares? Anywho, got a brand new Audi. Oh, nice, man. Flat tire today. Well, at least it's just a flat tire. At least you didn't scrape up a fucking rim on that thing. Beautiful car. Audi is an SUV, or did you get a sedan? You're one of the more genuine YouTubers I've enjoyed since the Wii U days and reflected your self-accountability on myself to do better. Because you have to. Because, dude, I'm going to... Not like this, but I'm going to fuck up again. I'm sure I'll say something stupid again. Because we're human, that's what we do. But here's the fucking difference. Is that when I fuck up, whether it be something like that, which I will not do again, or I have misinformation in a video, mostly. Sometimes if it's like I say one word wrong, I'm like, oh, Rich, you said his name wrong. Take down the video. No, I'm not taking down the video because I said a fucking name wrong. But no. I mean, Audi is under the umbrella of Volkswagen. That's like saying Lexus is expensive Toyota or Infiniti is expensive Nissan. It's not. Or even if you want to go to Cadillac's expensive GM or Chevy. It's not necessarily. There was a little more badge engineering back in the day, but it's different now. Audis are fucking dope. Soulja Boy. No, I don't think Soulja Boy would have done that. I don't know. I don't know him inside and out. Did you send it on Twitter yesterday, Crucial? I haven't really checked Twitter today, man. It's been fucking crazy. You're upping him a new one and getting paid dodos. It's the cherry on top. It just makes me angry. Like, dude, I'm sure, man, knowing this motherfucker, looking for that gotcha, he dug. And you know what bothers me? It's speculation. I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't there when he was sitting there with a hard-on looking for stuff about me. I'm sure he saw this apology, too. I'm sure he saw this apology. He won't post that, though. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. You're fucking garbage, Quantum, and you just don't want to admit that you're garbage. You rather try to own other people than actually have accountability. You're a piece of shit. You will never be the man you wish you could be, and I'll just let you know that. I know you're insecure. I can tell by how you act. I know you. I know you have Napoleon complex. I could tell by how you act. I got bad news for you. You could keep trying to reach for that fucking star to be the alpha male you want to be, but you never will be. And this is proof. Fuck you. Ask me how I really feel. This was just for Rip and Quantum and do one. Thanks. You're welcome, the winner. I don't know. I look. I'm not gonna. You know what? Here's the difference with me too, dude. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna go cry. I'm not gonna go try to get you taken down. I'm sure eventually it'll happen because you're literally ban evading unless there's some technicality that I don't know about. But I ain't gonna do it. I didn't go after the quartering either. You know, he could call me whatever I want to. He sat there putting up fucking my dating profile, which was already taken down when he put that up, which is funny. Did I go after the quartering? No. I don't give a shit. So have fun, man. Good luck out there. Yeah, he found a video from, it was when the trolls love to pass it around. Where I used a homophobic slur. This was on Periscope back in 2016, October. And that was his got you moment. Cool. Forgot you dropped the F-bomb until you played the clips. Can snap in a heated moment. Yeah, it doesn't make it right, though. I've gotten pissed off many times since. I haven't used that word. Why did I use it then? Here's the answer. Protect yourself from COVID. It's the fucking vaccine, but no one give me horse medicine. Give me the fucking horse. I can give you applause. His Twitter account's been gone. And on top of it, he got rid of half of his lifetime views on his channel. He got rid of half of his lifetime views. Well, the thing is too, man, I made sure I got all his videos. But here's the thing. The only reason I got his videos is because if he does something else awful, I have receipts. It's not that I'm going to go posting shit. I haven't even looked at any of the videos I downloaded. I don't care. But I know he doesn't like holding himself accountable, so if something else happens, I have the receipt. But I'm not going to sit there and dissect all of them and try to... We already have 8 billion gotchas on the fucking guy anyway. You know? Search Dank Swank the Grand. An interesting watch. Okay. What is the word, Mo Moon? I have to be careful with what So, well, didn't think I was going to be talking about him again tonight. Get woke, go broke means is when companies or people become super politically correct. And what happens is they supposedly turn off a big audience and stop getting financial support because they became woke. There is once in a while, there is like PC and cancel culture and all that shit. But a lot of times the people who are get woke, go broke are just as bad as the people that they're calling out. Audi is under the Volkswagen Group, but it's still, yeah, its own, oh yeah, man. Four Rings is the brands they had. Ask Intro Guy for picks. Sold Land Rover, Defender. You made 9,100 profit. Did you get a sedan, Nabil, or did you get a? Yeah, dude. Yeah, Mischief he had a live stream about this. I got a PS5 today, being selected by Sony themselves to buy one from their store. It's coming tomorrow. It's so funny. Congratulations, you could give us money. Did you actually tell your boss, Saleman, to spread your cheeks and go to town? Kevin Nash roast wings. I don't even know who Kevin Nash is. I don't even know who Kevin Nash is. Yeah, and the thing is, I need to say something else, too, because they tried this with... oh, we're beyond the membership goal. We're at 310 members, man. We're at 310. So the giveaway will be beginning of April. If you are a subscriber, you do not have to be a paid member. I repeat, you do not have to be a paid member. You have to just be a subscriber, which is a click and it's free. You are entered in the giveaway if you are a if you're a subscriber, and that costs nothing. So it isn't any kind of pay to win thing. Your chance of winning is equal to every other person that's subscribed to the channel. Oh, sorry. Where the fuck is it? Why can't I? There we go.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Sorry, Sailman. Get woke or broke until you say or do something I agree with. Being on the far right wing, then you deserve all the support you can get. Glad I'm no longer in that. Yeah, dude, it's such a hypocritical fucking movement. Ah, you got the A5 coupe. Yeah, you don't have children, so you got the coupe. You gotta have to show me. Where do you see it? What do you on Instagram? See, I have an Instagram, but I can't log into it because it has it. Oh, here's your verification number to a phone number you haven't had in like 4 or 5 fucking years. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, let me go get the verification code for that number right now that I don't own. Yeah, possibly do some QVC. And that's the thing that bothers me about that movement, man. That's the thing that fucking bothers me about the movement is that they are just as arguably worse, I would say. Arguably worse. Than the people they go after. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But people eat it up because I guess the people that watch that too are like, yeah, I agree with it. I don't want the people I agree with. I don't want canceled, and the people I disagree with, I want canceled. So I don't care that they're hypocritical. So let me see. So who had something on Gran Turismo 7 Backlash? Okay. We could take a look at that. Let's have some fun there. Thanks, Swank. And why it's a good thing. Interesting. Okay. I'll bite. Nah, dude, here's the thing. I don't really think that's why he went digging, because he knows that the shit that he did to those guys yesterday in Magician and Keep It Classy Tech, it's indefensible. The things he said over and over and over again about the LGBTQ community are indefensible. I've never wished death on anybody. You can't defend it. And he doesn't want to apologize for it. He doesn't, because that's who he really is. Fuck him. Fuck you, dude. Seriously. He'll text me. Oh, you get the Genesis, isn't that the upper end of Hyundai?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the classiest cavern on the World Wide Web. As some of you probably know, we've made a few videos discussing one major problem with the realistic racing game Gran Turismo 7 and how it would affect the game in the long term. That problem being the fact that Gran Turismo 7...
I already watched it. Ezra, thank you. I already watched it. Have concerns. Nabil, I was right. I see you. I was right, yeah. What's funny is they used to call it Hyundai Genesis, but Hyundai is trying to do the same thing that Toyota did with Lexus back. I believe Lexus started in 89 or 90. That they stopped using Hyundai because they want to differentiate it, kind of like Nissan did with Infiniti, just like Honda did with Acura. Ford does with Lincoln. you know?
Requires a constant internet connection to access more or less the entire game. In these videos, we emphasized how these issues would cause needless inconvenience in the short term
1990,
and major
okay.
problems in the long term, emphasizing that
Wait, gee, they said 8K upscaling? Stop. Really?
anyone who actually cares about this game and the industry as a whole shouldn't defend the practice just because their company is doing it. Fortunately, it looks like we won't have to reiterate that point since players and journalists alike have already gotten a particularly unpleasant
I remember watching, we'll do that one day too, not tonight because that would be a completely different direction. I remember watching Motor Trend, and Yugos were just coming out, and yo, it was just two dudes. They lifted the back of the car and rolled it. Think about how dangerous of a car that is. Two guys, and they weren't super big dudes, could lift up the back of the car and roll it. Imagine getting hit by like a semi truck with that. You're gonna look like paste. You're gonna look like fucking paste, dude. For real. They were so, and that's why you don't see him around. Their build quality was shit. You don't see him around anymore. You know why you don't see him around anymore? Because I don't even think there's one that isn't rusted to death. They were such shit that there was a car dealer in like Nurshell or Larchmont, a Cadillac dealer, that obviously their profit margins, I'm sure, because the cars cost next to nothing and they kind of folded them into the cost of the Cadillac. But back in the 80s, they were giving away a free Yugo with the Cadillac. They were giving away another car. That's like, they were shit. Getting to know you. Remember Geo with that? Getting to know you. And I think the Geo Prism was just a Toyota Corolla. Think about, I mean, I guess we're kind of on the subject of cars. I don't feel that well, so I decided to check out your stream because it always uplifts me. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm kind of tired today, too. And then I'm coming home, sending my accountant my tax stuff. And I pick up that cup of coffee, just got done sending her my tax stuff, pick up that, and it just goes, boom. Not all Geos were Toyotas, correct, though, right? I believe the Prism was. How do I know all this? I actually am kind of into. I'm not intro guy level with cars, Nabil. I know you're still here, or maybe you already got bored and now are back in your beautiful Audi. But I know a decent amount.
taste of DRM's ultimate downside.
I can't. As much as I still think this game is meh, I can't wait to try that. Actually, you know what? I can't wait to try the steering wheel even more for. I want to play dirt with the steering wheel that I got. The Fanatec. It's Gran Turismo certified.
Super annoying thing is this game is inexplicably online only. Once that happened and I was offline.
Like, tell me that doesn't. Please. Doesn't that looks like PS3 right there, dude? I don't know what to say. Like, even the lighting coming out of the buildings. Like, can we just here? My glasses are still my prescription's still. I need to get new ones, but my prescription's still pretty good. I see fine out of these glasses. That looks 7th gen. Like, I'm not shitting on the game. I know the PS5 is very capable. Like, I'm not just being a dick. If anything, I think, I've been playing on both my Series X and PlayStation 5 equally. But I was actually playing on the PS5 more, so it's not that I have a fucking preference, guys. Why am I saying it to you? Like, most of you here probably agree with me. Shut up, Rich. PS4 at best. I'll give you that. Early PS4 game. Yeah, dude, I was just asking. I asked my editor, dude, like, Jay, where the fuck is Scott the Woz? Where is Scott the Woz? Scott is on vacay. Had to take a flight back to LA. He told me he left his V card in there as well. as 12 million copies of Chibi Robo Ziplash as a prank on the room service. I don't know, man. I hope he's okay. I mean, maybe it's something. Maybe he's trying to lay low while G4 sinks back into the ocean of irrelevancy. That would be a smart move. Scott the Woz will be fine, though. But I bet you that's what he's doing, and it's smart. Dude, distance yourself from it. Distance yourself from that train wreck, you know? Hey, Rich, I still have my Jaguar X-Type that I've had for 5 years. It's a hell of a car. I plan to keep it a few more years. I'm saving to buy an automatic C5. Damn, man, you're a baller, huh? How many issues have you had with that Jaguar? I know back in the day they were known to have to be in the shop a lot. Wannabe boomers. Cars were built better back in the day. People actually lived back then with their Ford Pintos with no ABS. Yeah, dude, no. And they, especially like 80s cars from GM, rusted to fucking shit. And remember I think it was a Mitsubishi. Or no, it was a Suzuki. There was some super narrow SUV that its center of you could fart on that thing and it could tip over. Those things they tipped over. It looked like it was on stilts. Wannabe boomers. Cars were built better back in the day. People actually, no, they weren't. Yeah. Kyle Clancy was locked out of his Twitter for an exploding head gif. Lies, cover-ups. Really? You know what's funny is that isn't there like a Twitter account that like goes into his old tweets and like puts up like the stupid shit? Like, yeah, dude, again, what I said was flat out wrong, but like there were things that I said back in 2010, 2011 that I wouldn't say now, 2009. Like times have also changed too. That word still was inexcusable when it came out of my mouth though. So that's not what I'm getting at, but I'm sure everyone, if you look through their old tweets, said stupid shit. That's why I got so angry. There was this woman who was like a head editor of some magazine, and she was like 28 or 20, pushing 30. And some tweet she put up that was, okay, it was not okay, and it was racist. But she was 18. You're a child at 18. She's 30 now. I said awful shit at 18. Awful shit. I would never say it now. You're going to hold me accountable for something I said when I was a fucking kid? Really? My Land Rover had no issues at all. Granted, only had 8 months, 16,000. Man, you are fucking... maybe... Bought for $59K, sold for, made a profit on. How did you make a profit? You are the first person I've ever heard in my life making a profit on a car, unless it was like a collector's. Maybe it was. Yeah, Teen Vogue, that woman. Now, I will say, it's funny. She was kind of pro-cancel though. She liked to go after other people on her little podium, so karma's a bitch too. At the same time. But I still am angry that, like, she was 18. Anyone, maybe some of you here are 18, but if you're 18, there are stupid fucking things you say now that you're going to look back at 28 and be like, oh, God, what was I thinking? I promise you. Not justifying what she said. It was bad. But again, go through many people's closets, man. You're going to find skeletons, I assure you. How to handle internet dogpilings and handle criticism in general? Possibly, man. I don't know when. Like, right after I'm doing this, I have to play Elden Ring. I would play it on stream, but I need to, like, concentrate on it, if it makes sense. And I'm not good at streaming games. I suck at streaming games. But that's my next thing. Because I'm still in the camp of, I feel, my editor doesn't agree with me. Kyle Kluken's here, isn't he? Oh, shit. Long time no see, bro. How you doing, Kyle? Maybe you have been here, and I try to go back. Someone else was saying this, too, and I believe, why is the monetization off on here? Not that I care. I don't make that much revenue off of my streams, but that usually means that notifications aren't going out. Oh, cool. It's not going to let me turn monetization on. Wonderful. I probably should have checked that first before. So you've been kind of lurking, Kyle. Well, glad you're here. Yeah, I just got a new, I had to get a new car. My other lease was up. I like my car. Got some issue. It got a software update. And the software, when it got a software update, now when I lock my car, Nabil, it doesn't beep. Which is the one thing, like, there's times I go to, like, either if I'm going running errands, I have to run to the mall or whatever. And it's like, oh, fuck, where'd I park? Beep, beep. Now it doesn't fucking beep ever since it downloaded an update. I'm like, oh, my cars have bugs in them now, just like PCs and consoles. What a time to be alive. Oh, Mitch McConnell. Why are you telling me things that make me want to cry? Why are you telling me things that make me want to cry? No, it's not inaccurate. Not inaccurate. I do. My next car I'm going to get, I want to get something electric. I want to get something electric. Yeah, dude, everything now is computerized, man. Oh, we're supposed to be watching a video. Oh, man, I am so off the fucking mark tonight.
Couldn't play?
Couldn't save you. You can play.
Now monetization is on.
Basically, like quick pickup.
And again, I don't care. I make like 3 pennies off of my streams. That's not where the money comes from my streams. Whoop-de-doo. But I know, actually, there's almost 900 people here. I'm going to shut up and...
Try to relax your anus.
The little intro guy know he can message me. We'll research it. Okay. You actually reminded me, Nabil. You talking about cars I have to call about my car tomorrow. They better fucking fix that shit.
Braces, but it doesn't even save your progress. It will not, like, nothing about progress function.
Do you know what, Griffin? You want to know how much I spent to fill up my car today? Now, keep in mind, thankfully, don't drive that much. I work from home. In case you didn't know. But still have to have a truck for my kids. You know, I have 3 kids. They all need to be in car seats. $107. $107 to fill up my car. I wanted to fucking cry. $107. Usually, too, and this is a lot of times if there's a president in during war times, I mean, but Biden's old. I don't know. I don't feel like, dude, politics is like another DBZ King. I love you. I don't want you to think, but 108 actually, if you want to round up. $108. $108. Did he really? Why you got to tell me this shit?
When you're offline.
That seems so weird.
We're not in. We're not in war, but we are. And trust me, Biden, at least with domestic policy, has been fucking limp dick, man. It's not that I'm a fan of him, so I assure you.
And unnecessary.
Yeah.
So Gran Turismo 7 was one game that I was
Oh wow! Look at when you're in a cutscene.
very much.
It looks like a current gen. That looks photorealistic almost right there. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this in my videos. If it looked like that when you were in the car, come on. That doesn't even look like the. Look at that where I put that still before when you saw the buildings and it was like it looked like a early PS4, late PS3 game. And then look at that. You see what I'm saying? It's night and day. I got a 20 Explorer ST. I got it, and it just gulps it down. And I don't even drive that much, man. Give me 3. Try to relax your anus for the mayor of NY for lifting mandate for athletes, entertainers when there are 1,400 workers out of work for it. I could guess.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Listening to you on my new wireless tri-bit Qualcomm earbuds, $51, and they sound just as good as Raycons and Apple AirPods. Dude, there's a lot of good earbuds out there. There was a time where fully wireless earbuds is like, I need to take out a home equity loan for it, but there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of good ones out there. Yeah, I'm actually going to get Kirby. I saw the gameplay of it. I don't care. Think I'm a giant man-child. I'm going to get Kirby. And I'm going to relax my anus while doing it.
Looking forward to picking up on the PS5.
Look at that.
And enjoying.
Dude, that almost looks like someone snapped a photo of a race. Almost.
But
and this is with heavy compression from YouTube.
Unfortunately, Gran Turismo 7's...
Yeah, but the new ones, I love the new Raycons, too. They actually have wireless charging and USB-C. I think they're fantastic.
Online DRM has completely ruined the experience for me. This is the latest in a very long list of egregious DRM measures and policies that have been put into video games, and in the case of GT7, really has no business being.
Yeah, enjoy that car, Nabil. Dude, I love cars, man. If I had, like, who is the Tonight Show host? Jay Leno. If I had Jay Leno money, I'd be buying cars like fucking sneakers, bro. One day.
In a single-player racing game.
This does not work offline. Like, I actually tested it.
Look at that. That is the same game you just saw from the other cutscene. That is the same game.
What you're seeing right now, if you disconnect...
Try to relax your anus.
If you unplug your internet, or if Sony goes down, you cannot do anything. You can't access your garage. You can't take pictures.
Oh, that's great. That would... Thank fuck he's not in office, right? Could you imagine if he was in office right now? I got a 6700 XT for $650, then I realized I want to wait for the new AMD CPU for DDR5. Not sure if I bought the GPU too early. Yeah, you kind of did, but it's fine. It's still a very capable GPU. You're fine.
Of your car, you can't paint anything.
It doesn't even look like the same game in the same game. I'm so glad this showed that, and I'm sure the Dreamcast guy looks like he is about to bust a nut. Oh, I don't have... Oh, wow. I'm missing 2 sound effects. I never fixed it.
You can't buy vehicles. You can't do anything.
There is one other issue I want to discuss. That is the online nature of the game.
Look at that. That's not the same game. It is the same game, but it's not. Totally different visual fidelity.
Essentially, GT7 requires an internet connection, and I'm not
Jesus Christ. Now you go to that, and it's like, oh my God. That's what the game looks like? Sign me up, Chief.
Really okay with this, as it's effectively DRM. So years...
Yeah, Dreamcast guy, he wears like assless chaps, and he wants like women to fart in his face.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Later, if you wanted to play GT7 and the servers were offline, well, you'd be stuck.
It does have some significant failings.
Now that is that playback or is that in-game?
Though, including how it continues to cripple its career mode races with dreadfully flawed rolling starts, its car list is no longer as comprehensive.
Oh, God. I feel overwhelmed by games nowadays because I have my addiction to Overwatch, but I want to play Elden Ring and Ghostwire. Ghostwire, it as a guy who it doesn't take like once you get the gameplay flow down, which is fairly easy to do. The controls are good, like I said. The controls are really fucking good with Ghostwire Tokyo. It's fun, man. That was kind of a pleasant surprise. That was a pleasant surprise of a game. Speaking of games, I know this is going to piss people off. Look what I got. I'm into these. Yes, I know with the Mega SG, and I knew this with the Super NC. I knew from the day people were doing it like almost day one. You could mod the systems to run games off the SD card, but I'm like, you know, I want games. This is on the cartridge. Their games are in here. It's not on an SD card. This is a flash cart with like 200 fucking games. Ask me how guilty I feel for buying this. Not in the slightest. I was just playing Strider on there. You don't want to preserve the industry? I'm going play other places. I used to be against those. Now I have a whole bunch of games and they're on a ROM, so they're not going anywhere. Keep farting in my face. I have the flash carts too. People are like, oh, just get an EverDrive. I'm like, I got one. But I also like that I don't have to worry about an SD card or anything. They're there. And it actually has battery backup. So if a game requires battery backup. So if the industry doesn't want to preserve gaming, how can I keep being against those? And here's the thing, too. I have it in my Mega SG. So all the developers and publishers of those games aren't going to make money if I want to play that on the Sega Genesis or I want to play it on a clone console. Doesn't mean shit to them. I guess there could be the argument there that they wouldn't want Amazon to sell it, but I don't feel guilty about it anymore. I used to. I don't feel wrong about it anymore because the industry doesn't give a shit. The only one who gives half a shit is Microsoft. Friendly reminder, Dream called this one of the greatest racing games of all time after downplaying Forza as just another racing game I'm not going to bother playing. Which is funny because I would say that Forza Horizon 5, I understand it's a different game, everyone stop, but I feel it's a superior racing game. And if you want an arcadey racing game, which I know is comparing apples to oranges, I'm not comparing the two. You know it's a fun one? Cruisin', I forgot what it is. I bought it. It is, and I'm not big into racing games, arcadey or not, but it's good. And Dirt 5 is good. I like Dirt 5. And I like Forza. Cruisin' Blast. If you have a Switch, I highly recommend Cruisin' Blast. It's Cruisin' Blast. And it looks beautiful, too. As far as preservation is concerned, every Nintendo system ever made is preserved. All 3DS games and their patches are online, for example. Who's doing it, though? When will Nintendo take it down? Dreamcast guy, you're talking about me, dude. Like, I said I could picture you like farting, like wanting to have someone fart in your face. I kiss chickens and take my shirt off. So believe me, I assure you, for me, it's not an attack.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Is the competition, and its always online single player mode still seems needlessly punitive.
Yeah, I have no problem with Dreamcast guy. I think he's a cool guy. Dude, the Stream Deck, one of my subscribers, Dreamcast guy, said, Rich, you should have a soundboard. It was like, now I do admittedly, everyone is right. I'm an idiot. I spam the applause too much. And I'm trying to relax my anus with that, literally. Well, no, not literally. I don't want to relax my anus. That's gross. But it does add something. So a recommendation, if someone has live streams, I know Dreamcast guy, I can't picture, like, could you picture Spawn Wave having...
Try to relax your anus.
John. Oh, man. Everyone enjoys a nice, relaxed anus. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Let's tell a story. One fell down a hole. Okay.
I fell down a fucking
My
hole.
fart.
Whoa!
And it... I know I have stinks like shit.
Stinks like shit.
Try to relax your anus.
Try to relax your anus.
Now, for people who haven't been here, this is a real fart from Intro Guy's ass. This is not... I didn't time stretch this. I didn't do anything. The only thing I did was make it stereo. So, Dreamcast guy, enjoy this. Think about that. He sent me that. I'm like, I didn't think it was real. I was like, dude, I've never let out a fart that long. Let's tell a story. Google Vim's Lair full libraries. What is that? Oh my God.
Starting with the influx of reviews released prior to launch, numerous outlets in the game industry took the time to express their contempt.
Oh, look, a cutscene actually looking good again. It's almost like the game looks much better when you're not actually behind the steering wheel.
For Gran Turismo 7's artificially imposed internet requirements. Easy Allies.
Oh, wow, look at that ray tracing.
Dreamcast Guy, Digital Foundry.
Ooh, look at that. Man, looks like a 9th gen game right there.
And even IGN highlighted the DRM as an active hindrance for the player experience. Worse still, what little the game permits players to do without an internet connection is even less than initially advertised. The arcade mode, meant to allow players to enjoy casual races without the need for an internet connection, was revealed to be even more restrictive than initially believed, only allowing players to access just 13 cars, a mere baker's dozen out of the over 400 cars.
Look at that. Look at the difference, dude.
In the full game, only allowing a fraction of tracks and precluding
That's actually the best I've seen it look so far, but still no comparison to the cutscene part.
couch co-op altogether. That's right, even split screen requires the internet. Anyone without a stable internet connection wanting to enjoy the game would essentially be paying $70 for a demo, making Gran Turismo 7 an even bigger con than Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. You know a company is anti-consumer when they make Konami look good.
Ooh, that's a low blow. NFTs. Castlevania NFTs. Castlevania. Why are you spit? Dude, Sony, could someone buy Konami and just do something with their great IPs so they could stop dragging them into the ground? Google Vim's Lair full libraries. Okay. What is Vim's
As if
Lair?
outdoing the likes of Konami through DRM wasn't enough, Sony also decided to take a page from sexual abusers Activision and Ubisoft and sneak microtransactions into the game after reviews came out. Deliberately.
Yeah, they did that. They did that in Black Ops 4. Yeah, Dreamcast guy, you're 110% correct, dude. Like I've said, From Software would be make it slightly less ass fisting. Would be a great developer to work with a Castlevania IP. I've always said that I felt like Castlevania 64 is significantly flawed as that game was. I couldn't think of a word to use there. Had like a little bit of the flair of a Souls game, but because it got critically panned, Konami was like, oh, I'm running away from this. But I think From Software would be a perfect fit. Person 18, you should look up Sony's debt. Guess first, though, I have no idea. Sony's in debt still, huh? Kind of thought they would have turned that around by now.
Undermining the ability of said reviews to accurately assess the game's merit in order to artificially increase the game's overall review score. Not only did they smuggle microtransactions past reviewers,
yeah, they made them grindier. They made the cars, they put the cars in weird tiers so you had to spend more money for credits, and they made it grindier. And the patch initially made the game virtually unplayable even in single-player mode. Yay! I am hard.
Oh, yeah.
But the micropayments themselves were far more expensive than in earlier games, with a 2 million credit payout costing almost half the price of the game itself. To put this into perspective, some cars in the game cost...
Yeah, dude, that was a long... I owe you so much, man. Thank you very much. Sometimes I still think about watching your videos 10 years ago and saying, I bet I could do this, and here you are, you're doing it. You know? This YouTube shit crazy, and you know it. You know, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. So we got to be thankful that we get to do it for a living. And listen, we both, and I'll have dumb takes and you have dumb takes. But the thing is, like I said before, is that you just hold yourself accountable You know, and come out. And the thing is, too, I criticize people, and I know I could be a prick. I'll be the first to admit it. But also praise people when they do something right. And have the humility to accept criticism, too. It's tough to do. Believe me, it was tough for me to learn that, too. But you do it the longer I've done. One of those things this job has taught me is, well, to ignore trolls. But also, too, on the same side is to be humble enough to listen to criticism. That's what's part of the reason why I made that Wii U video, which I have to watch, which is 51 minutes long. Fuck me. 51 minutes. Yeah, man, it's it definitely, this job teaches you how to look at yourself and not, there's two things it could do. One is very negative and one is very positive if you learn. One very negative thing is that people who have a tough time, who have insecurities, you'll get eaten alive. But if you take the criticism and be like, you know what? People are making sense. They have a valid point. Even if it's harsh criticism, man. People, I know Griffin Gaming has ripped me a new asshole before, and that's okay. Look at the criticism and be like, maybe I could learn something from this. Maybe I could shut the fuck up, don't cry about it, and be like, yeah, you should do something better. Hey, Rich, we're tired of you just regurgitating news. Give us something more interesting. They have a point. To be fair, Konami bought back TMNT. I now love them. Yeah, and they're just, which is cool. I'm going to buy it. So, call me a hypocrite. That's okay. I would probably agree with you. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, they just keep on dumping, like they made the Castlevania collection, the Castlevania Advance collection. They had a Dracula X and Symphony of the Night duo pack for the PlayStation 4 or whatever. Like, make... In Lords of Shadow, the first one was good. It was a good game. It was good. The second one was complete shit. Audrod, were you the one who said before you lost 12? How did you lose 12 pounds in a week? That's a lot of weight to lose in a week, dude. Look, I'm not a physician. That's a... Just not even, I'm sure you did some kind of diet. I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but that's a lot, like, damn. Anyway, get a M1 Mac Pro to place 20. Good move. What are you looking to do? Yeah. Video editing. My editor, I got him for work at M1 Mac, and he's been doing a lot of editing on it. He loves it. He says it can... He says it blasts through stuff that even his Threadripper main rig, you know, he could do like 8K video editing and shit like effortlessly. It's pretty nuts. So you're doing for audio, dude, audio, it's going to, audio production is much less, they're looking for, 1X is looking for their review on this, which is understandable because that's way behind. So 1X, it's coming. I may do a live stream review of the 1X player. So for audio editing, dude, you know what'll stop you from using that thing is just the computer dying, because audio production is much less demanding, much less bandwidth than video. So it was a good move you made, and if you take care of that computer, and it'll last you a while. Konami's name is so damaging for me that even TMN2 collection, I'm waiting for reviews first. I mean, they're ROMs. They can't really fuck them up.
More than 10 million credits. Egregious as these financial...
So, seriously, though, I want to ask you guys a question. And you could disagree with me, and speaking of which, and think I'm you think I'm a pirating piece of shit. What do you... now that you know that a good chunk of the industry doesn't give a shit about preserving old games... Do you think hearts like this are bad? Now, keep in mind, I'm talking about playing this on original hardware, clone hardware. Are you against these? Because there were some people that were pissed off at me on Twitter. Cool thing, you can install Linux on M1. Yeah, I saw a video on that. That's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? And if you, and don't just agree with me. If you disagree, that's fine. Be like, Rich, yeah, that's really fucked up. You should go. And here's also my thing too, and I'm not even like being defensive. You know how many times I've probably bought the games that are on this fucking cart minus the weird ROMs that are just random? It's like 8,000 times over. You know how much money I've given to every single publisher on here? Here is my non-existent tier. Eat my ass. Not you guys, the companies, the developers who may cry about it.
Fleecing practices are in a vacuum. They are even worse given Gran Turismo's in-game economy, a system built upon low financial payouts, high prices.
Yeah, and like me and my editor were saying, what's with like just the still pictures of people not saying anything? It's just weird. I don't know. This game is just a weird game. Maybe I'll get this huge nerd boner with the Fanatic or Fanatec wheel. I'm setting that up this weekend. And I'll be like, you know what? You guys are right. Holy shit, man. Every time I'm sitting down and steering the car, I'm getting an erection. I love it. They always have word menus, so maybe that's a thing. And the thing is, like I was saying to people before about this, review taking out a cartridge, kind of like Pat the NES Punk in his video where he was holding the Television Amico games. Yeah, okay. Yes, I can mod the Mega SG or even my Super NT and just put games on the SD card. But here's the thing. These are... I almost knocked over my seltzer. No more spilling today, Rich. These are on the ROM, like I was saying before. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is... I have these. They're physically here. That's the thing with Evercade. That's what's cool about it. Yeah, okay, it's an emulator. It's an emulation-based console, but the cartridges have the games on there. That's it. You own them. You don't have to get a patch for them. I mean, the systems may need patching, like the Evercade and the Evercade Versus, but the ROMs are the ROMs, you know? Wii Virtual Console was my child, so it sucks in comparison. Like, the Wii Virtual Console sucks? Or, you know what? I can't wait, because the second video, I'm not making any promises with that, but probably eventually, is I'm going to soft mod the Wii U, and I'm going to have a brain fart and not say a fucking word. I want to play Castlevania The Adventure of Rebirth again. Yeah, and that made me angry, actually, Lucas, when Nintendo Switch Online, they're like, oh, you could play the games there, and we have multiplayer in there, but there's probably going to be a whole bunch of games we're never going to preserve, so go fuck yourself. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, Nintendo, you know what? I'm not going to take the cartridge out again. Here, I have the other one here. Here, Nintendo, you want to be that way? Fuck you too. So, the industry has to figure out, we are going into the digital age. The industry has to figure out, as a whole, there has to be some kind of consortium or whatever, maybe I'm using the wrong word, sorry, where these games get preserved. Because it doesn't seem like... And what'll bother me is like, oh yeah, we're not going to... That game that was only available on the eShop for the Wii U, yeah, if you bought it back then, or if you wanted to buy it for the Wii U, yeah, but we'll resell it to you again. Now, I understand they're going to let you have access to the games you purchased on the store, but what happens if people wanted to play those games and never purchased them? Where do they go now? I don't know. The new Gran Turismo, like a geriatric on life support, the name is the only thing keeping it alive. Like my editor and I said, Kyle, if this game had another name, it's not horrible, but it's not everyone's like, my jaw's hitting the ground. Everyone was like, if it was just Indie Racer Bob's game, that's a terrible name, but you get my point. If it was like an indie game or a game from another company, it would have gotten like 6.5s and 7s. Maybe even some... 6.5 I think is the worst you could give it. Yeah, I want to build like a little retro arch PC. You know, I feel, and like my editor was said in the video too, review, like my editor said USA this evening, there's someone who reviewed it who kind of said, yeah, I didn't want to piss off my audience, so nostalgia made me give it a good score because I like ad revenue. They didn't say that, but they may as well have fucking said that. Play the video. You know what? How about this? It's Kasky. I'm going to piss first, then I'll come back and play the video. You're right, because I haven't shut the fuck up for like 20 minutes. Oh, the birds are still here.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
You're not doing it. Oh yeah, you want me to play the video? It's Kasky who had the right to be pissed off, though. I didn't shut the fuck up for like 20 minutes. We've been. Oh, it's a Nissan. I thought that was an Acura.
For cars and time-limited artificial scarcity. It's a disgusting system put best by Easy Ally's review of the game.
Enter the microtransactions. Every time your in-game wallet pops up, a little button prompts you to top up on the PlayStation Store.
Top up. Just top. It's fine. Everything is fine. Me spilling 8 gallons of coffee on my floor is fine. Quantum TV, being a terrible person is fine. It's all good. Just top up. Just top up. Just add a little bit more. Just buy another car. Buy a car made of pixels and polygons. That lacks ray tracing when you're inside of it. Just buy a car. Just shut the fuck up and give us money.
It's easy enough to disregard, but thanks to the shop's limited stock,
R7, I had to spray. I had to dirty a bunch of towels. I had to spray more, dirty a bunch of towels. I had to make sure nothing dripped inside of my computer. Luckily, it didn't. Rest in peace, my printer, though. Press F in the chat for my printer, which I actually really like that printer. I'm a little bit salty about it. It's working right now, but those buttons are about to get sticky. They're about to get real sticky. It's a laser printer, black and white, perfect. Got that on a real nice discount. It's like 3 times the price normally, and now it's going to be nice and sticky. Hopefully nothing's wrong with it, but I have a feeling its days are now numbered. At least nothing got on my 3090, though.
Try to relax your anus.
There's the suggestion that you might miss your chance. At times, you also receive invitations to purchase high-end sports cars. If you don't have an invitation, you can't buy the car, and each invitation has an expiration date, creating urgency to either grind it out or pony up the cash. It feels entirely manipulative.
It is manipulative. It feels... No, oh man, it feels like I'm getting fucked in the ass. No, I'm getting fucked in the ass. Wow, the camera was on.
Oh, the camera's on.
But wait, there's more. While we initially thought that the repercussions of Gran Turismo's forced connectivity wouldn't rear their ugly head until years down the line, not even a month after launch, the other shoe just dropped.
Now that looks pretty nice.
After informing players that the game would be offline for an hour in order to perform server maintenance, a problem that wouldn't exist if the game wasn't held hostage by its publisher through the internet, a bug in code.
Yeah, that happened to me with fuck modern gaming, man. That happened to me when I tried to play Vanguard one day. It was down for like hours. Dude, modern gaming, man, in a lot of ways is it's good things about it, but it's a fucking joke in other ways. I'm very proud of the amount of words I got out with that burp. Don't at me.
For the concurring update to the game necessitated the servers remain offline.
$160. Ouch, dude. What fucking big ass truck you driving, son? Damn.
Until the issue was resolved.
You just got out of jail. I'm sorry. Shit.
After all was said and done, the game was offline for well over 24 hours, making the game completely unplayable for all players for over a day.
And in other news, in case you missed it, Gran Turismo 7 was down for almost 24 hours. This is because of a significant patch update and server issue problems that led to the game just having complete downtime. This is tied to the fact that Gran Turismo 7 is a complete online-only game, meaning you have to be connected to the internet in order to play pretty much any of it. By the time you're watching this video, it may be back up, but a full 24 hours just after launch for a game you paid $75+ for? Come on.
As if that were...
Yeah, it's insane. That's a good way to put it. I even think of putting it that way. Like, this is a full price. That's the thing, too, what makes me even saltier about the microtransactions and the bullshit in here. Dude, this is still a $70. First off, it does not even look like it's a 9th-gen game, and to dare say it's justified to spend $10 more because the current gen is so much more demanding to develop for. Stop. And then you're going to turn around and then charge $70 for a game that barely looks 8th-gen, let alone 9th-gen. And then you're going to turn around and try to get people to grind like fuck to get cars? Stop it. You silly asses.
Wasn't bad enough. It turns out that the update accompanying the server maintenance, an update that all players had to have due to the DRM of the game, decreased the potential payouts of multiple race events, making the game even grindier than before in a brazen attempt to further pressure players into paying real money for in-game currency microtransactions.
So this patch that was released for Oh, hey, it's me. Hey, I remember that. I know that fat bastard. Gran Turismo 7 has reduced the payout for several races while fixing 2 late-game races that were being used to farm credits due to a bug. So people were exploiting that bug so they could get more credits to earn these cars quicker. And no, Sony doesn't want you to do that, man. They want you to fork over more money than these $70 you spent for Gran Turismo 7. Carlos looked like he was looking into my soul.
Needless to say, people haven't exactly reacted too well to this, and as a result, customers have taken to review bombing the game in protest. Not only have these customer reviews plummeted the overall score of the game on review aggregator Metacritic, but at the time of recording, thanks to its always online DRM and manipulative microtransactions, Gran Turismo 7 has become the single lowest reviewed PlayStation exclusive game by customers in history. As one of the few channels to lambaste the game for its brazenly anti-consumer practices immediately after Sony's initial disclosure of DRM, it is incredibly vindicating to see this level of outrage being leveled at Gran Turismo 7, both in the lead up to and...
Yeah, this is just like a half-hearted... It feels like a half-hearted grind fest, man.
And in the aftermath of the game's release. Not due to ego or because we want this game to fail, but because we want it to succeed. In the months following the always online Gran Turismo Sport, the relatively minor outrage leveled against that game's DRM was enough for Sony to patch it out. And a few years later, when the CMOS battery was exposed as a ticking time bomb that would ultimately brick every PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 console, Sony responded by updating the firmware to prevent that scenario from ever happening. With these prior incidences in mind, the comparatively monumental protest towards Gran Turismo 7 should easily be enough to get the game patched for full offline play. And given just how massive the backlash has been, we may even receive a full re-release of the game with the offline functionality burned onto the disc itself. This may well represent a turning point for this industry. A game that could have cemented DRM as the way that racing games would be made from here on out has instead acted as a teachable moment for the entire industry. Now more than ever, it would be extremely unwise for any big AAA game to be released with any forced online requirements. But even so, we cannot sit by and expect the industry to do the right thing on its own. Along with continuing to voice our dissent for these practices, we must turn...
So you would have lost, Beagle Boy. You would have lost your fucking... Dude. And that was... See, what's amazing about consoles is that was what was the selling point, not what happened to you. The selling point was that you didn't have to worry about this shit. Like PC, that was like, man, patches and updates. And yeah, there were updates during the 7th gen. PS3 updates kind of suck, but 360, it was like super tiny updates. But you had the game right there and it was minimal. It wasn't invasive. Now it's the same thing. It's just you're in a console ecosystem, but the same amount of updates and nonsense, the same amount of downtime if there's a server issue. It kind of makes the selling point of what made consoles great kind of like, what's the selling point? Minus the price, you get a hell of a lot of performance for the dollar that you can't get in PC realm right now.
Our attention to similar forms of customer exploitation and attacks on game preservation. From the continued reliance on day one patches to fix broken games shoved out into the marketplace before they're finished.
These are all reasons, again, that's why I just don't feel bad about the... I mean, I wouldn't pirate a new game like this, but I'm saying I don't feel bad about these flashcards anymore. They don't give a shit.
To the reliance on online servers to download what should be housed on the physical disc. Beyond just the games, the platforms themselves must be taken to task. While Sony has been relatively decent in rectifying their issues in this area, Microsoft has not. Almost a decade after the backlash leveled against the always online Xbox One, Microsoft consoles still stubbornly hold on to forced online requirements for both setting up the console itself and creating a user profile. There is still much to be done, but given the reassuring passion of the gaming community against the biggest racing franchise in the industry, and the claimed commitment of Microsoft to game preservation, we may yet prevail against draconian DRM once and for all.
Hopefully, because, like I said, the industry doesn't care, so why am I going to care? Why am I going to care to legally rebuy all these games if you're not going to give me a proper option to? I'll get these flashcards. I have actual flashcards too, and I am not going to apologize for them.
As for Forza Horizon 5, well, we'll get to you.
Yeah, that was an excellent video. Thank you for recommending that. Well, I wanted to stream longer tonight, but 8 gallons of coffee had stopped that from happening. I got to go proof watch the Wii U video, and I have to play some Elden Ring for a while for a debate I'm going to have with my editor tomorrow. So regular chat, super chat, I appreciate all of you guys. Again, we're at 310 members. I truly do appreciate that as well. And I will be back tomorrow with more content. And Sailman, I will answer your super chat. Honestly, I'm enjoying GT7. It's not a bad game. I love the physics. I do feel like it's GT Sport 2. That I could see. I feel it's overhyped, and all this anti-consumer microtransaction grindy bullshit just fucking sucks. But have a good night, guys. I appreciate all of you, and I'll be back tomorrow with content. I'm going to go work on it now. Have a good one.